풀레인지 유튜브 구독자 여러분 안녕하세요. 오디오 리뷰어 염동현입니다. 미넨 오디오쇼 2025년 현장에 나와 있는데요. 제가 오늘 이번 영상에서 소개해드릴 부스는 메트로놈 부스입니다. 칼리스타 로고가 있지만 오늘 메트로놈 부스의 중심 제품은 디지털 쉐어링 라인업이라고 해서 DS 라인업 제품, 미니 사이즈 제품이 안에 전시가 돼 있고 그 모델 중심으로 데모룸이 꾸며져 있는데요. 제가 관계자분 모시고 어떤 특징이 있는지, 그리고 월드 프리미어로 이번 미넨쇼에서 최초로 공개된 제품이 있어요. 그 제품의 특징이 어떤 특징을 갖고 있는지 소개해드리는 시간 갖도록 하겠습니다. 따라서 들어오시죠. Hello.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Metronome traditionally very powerful on the market, especially on the digital transport and DA converter. So I love always your products that mesmerize me, the good sound quality. Here in this Munich show, you have 4 DS lineup model in here, and maybe one of 2 model is world premiere unveil model, right?
Absolutely.
Let's talk about these model, DS lineup model.
Okay, so we have launched very recently, like 1 month ago, the new CD transport in this digital sharing range. So this one is already shipping, and first feedbacks are very good, so people like it very much. And the second one you have just beside, this will be on the market in September 25, and this is our first music server.
Yeah.
And it was developed in partnership with a French software company, which name is Audio관련.
Right. Yeah. It seems to look like very similar one. The purple panel is only different point, right?
Not really, because these are 2 different devices. This one is DSS.
Right.
This is just a streamer. It means there's no storage capacity inside, and it works with any UPnP software. And the server only works with Audio관련 software.
Okay.
So these are 2 different usage for the customer. For customer who like to have their own music locally, they may choose the server. They can store music on it. There's 2 terabyte extendable to 4 terabyte storage capacity. And with the streamer, of course, it's for people who only like to stream.
Okay. Of DS lineup?
Yes, of course. This is designed, the DS range is designed mostly for 2 reasons. First, the price range, which we try to be close or under the 5,000 euros for every unit. So it's for us our entry range. And secondly, I noticed that the new audiophiles, the younger ones, they prefer to have restricted size in their hi-fi system, and this is the reason why this range is very, very popular.
iScaleS connection.
Yeah, CD is still very important in our case. We're historical CD player manufacturer, and my belief is that audiophiles who have thousands of CDs, they still need to be able to listen to them in a very proper way. Streaming is okay, but the usage for me is completely different. And the sound, always people, when they listen to a CD compared to a streaming song, they always say, oh, CD is still so good. So
Right.
we don't really focus on the CD because we more focus now on streaming or streaming options in our devices and DACs. But CD, being able to provide on a sustainable way CD players and CD transport to the people, for me it's really important. CD, in this case, in the case of DST, it's only a transport. Because the philosophy of the range is 1 box, 1 function. And because of the size also, it's not possible to put in 1 box streaming, CD,
right.
DAC and everything. So this one, first of all, we decided to use something that probably some people will be concerned, which is the slot-in. But the slot-in that we have from a European company has two major characteristics. First of all, it's very, very silent. It means that when you close your ear from the device, you don't hear the spinning sound, you know, that sometimes you can hear. And secondly, the sound, the reading of the audio file and the precision is very good. So this is very important to notice. And also, second thing is that we use the very raw signal, the original signal from the lecture, and we transfer it to the DAC via the I2S signal and by a specific HDMI connection.
Why apply the I2S port comparing traditional ASEVU or SPDIF port?
It's very simple to understand because the signal when the CD transport inside reads the CD, it reads I2S signal. So it's a native signal that goes directly from the CD transport to the DAC. If you want to use SPDIF, it means that the I2S signal is transformed to SPDIF signal. So there's one transformation and one other transformation inside the DAC from SPDIF to I2S. So in my mind, the less you have signal transformation or signal modification, the best it is.
Sound purity problem.
That's it.
Yes.
That's a native thing, and it's always the best. Of course there is, because when we develop a specific unit, it's always designed to fit with the corresponding device in our range. So I would say that the combination between DST and our DAC, DSC Mini, probably should be better than any other combination. But of course, all our models can be used with other brands without any problems. But then this is, let's say, the taste of the customer, their preference. If they prefer such or such brand of DAC or such or another brand of source, of course they can mix. That's the customer's choice. And fortunately, because finally, what the important thing is that the listener, the audiophile, is pleased. Right. So it's not a matter of using such model which is only compatible with another one. The final sound reproduction that the people like is the most important.
Another new products near future?
You know, we always have things in development and in mind. In this specific range, we are thinking about things, but it's far too early to talk about.
Okay.
Probably this year, but for sure next year, we have still more surprises with the DS range.
Wow, that's good news.
I would say, of course, thank you to Korean audiophiles and Korean music lovers. And I would also emphasize the fact that Korea, if we look as a market, I don't like to talk about market, but it's very, very important country for us. So I hope that everything we do in terms of big products and smaller products, people will continue to love. And thank you anyway. Thank you so much.
미디는 쇼, 2025년 미디는 쇼 피크 컨설트 부스에 지금 제가 와 있습니다. 피크 컨설트 상당히 오랜만에 전해드리는 브랜드 이름인 것 같아요. 직접 관계자분께 여러 가지 피크 컨설트의 신제품뿐만 아니라 다양한 내용 들어보는 시간 갖도록 하겠습니다. Hello, Mike.
Hi,
Nice to meet you.
lovely to meet you. My name is Mike Picanza. I'm head of sales and marketing for Peak Consult.
Briefly,
Of course.
each model.
Of course. So let's start at the top because Peak is a brand for very high performance. So the philosophy starts with the Dragon Legacy. So this model is a full three-way design. What we call is an MTM, mid-range, treble mid-range. And the idea of this product is to give wide bandwidth, high dynamics, clean resolution in any situation. So this is the ultimate loudspeaker from our product. All the technology that we put into the Dragon Legacy also filters down to the El Diablo.
Yes.
It uses the same cabinet construction, the same design philosophy, the same crossovers mounted inside a separate chamber with sand. We use that technology in all our models.
Trickle down model.
And it trickled down.
Yeah.
So this is a full system. This is a three-way system with a twin bass driver.
Right.
Then we come down to the Sinfonia, which is a three-way design, ported at the back like the Dragon and the El Diablo. And then we have the baby of the Peak Consult range, which is the Sonora. And what is amazing about this product, it's a two-way with a bass ABR on the back, no port. So really, it's like a bookshelf speaker here on a dedicated stand. So this is the Peak lineup. Shares a lot of technology, incredible performance, but at different prices for everybody.
The same,
Yeah.
exactly same.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Okay, so I can explain it using cars. The El Diablo exists, think of this model a little bit like Porsche has the 911. So Porsche has this model name from the very beginning, and it still has the same name. But the product has changed and evolved and become better and better and better. They have other products with
Right.
different names, but the 911 is the central product for Porsche. The El Diablo has always been the central product for Peak, but it has evolved, just like the Porsche 911. So this is why we have the El Diablo, because it's a consistent model that everybody recognizes. But this is very different to the early model in the 2000s.
Technology of the cabinet?
Of course.
LG.
Of course.
Yeah.
Now, what I'm about to tell you applies to all of our products, but we'll use the El Diablo as an example. So we only use natural material. Inside this cabinet, its construction is multiple layers of MDF glued with a very special glue that allows a tiny little bit of movement, but it's very strong. And that tiny bit of movement allows for vibration to be controlled, and that turns into heat. So we call it dynamic damping. So to give you an idea, the thinnest wall section of the El Diablo is 34 millimeters.
34
millimeters.
Wow, very thin.
Very thick. On the front, it is 50 millimeters. Wow. With this solid wood, it is 14 millimeters. This is now 34 plus 40 millimeters, also very thick. So the construction of our cabinets is what makes the sound so clean and high resolution. There is no vibration coming from these cabinets at all. And it is the same across every single model. The outer finish can be changed. So for here, for instance, we have this beautiful African Venge, and it's a solid hardwood that is hand finished, oiled. This takes a week of sanding, oiling to achieve this beautiful finish. And this is what makes Peak loudspeakers special. The cabinetry is incredible. We fill the chamber that has the crossover with sand.
Wow.
And the sand is a very special sand. It is 0.3 millimeters to 1 millimeter. It is the same sand used for car when they use it to clean paint in a spray booth. We call it sandblasting.
Wow.
But it has a very specific acoustic job. It keeps the crossover very stable and it takes heat and vibration away. So the crossover is hardwired together, no PCB, using very special solder and glues, and then the entire crossover is sealed, completely sealed, in sand.
Wow.
It's the same for every product.
Wow.
This is why even the Sonora is 68 kilograms. The cabinet construction, the sand, this is nearly 100 kilograms.
Unbelievable.
But it's not a small, it's not a very big loudspeaker.
Yeah.
So, but getting rid of vibration allows you to hear absolute musicality from the drive units. And this is what is special about the cabinet.
Apply accurate. Is there any
Two-
reason?
Yeah, two things. Number one, aesthetics, because this is important. So having a good design is one element. Number two, having different panels of different thicknesses also breaks up surface vibration. So it has a technical reason and an aesthetic reason. We always have both reasons to do something on the product. It's never only aesthetic, it always has to have a sonic performance matter as well. But it actually breaks up the panel and makes it look a little bit more interesting. Yeah.
Is there any special technology about the unit?
So all of these drive units in all the models are built exactly to our specification. The performance that we want to achieve out of every single model is very clear with our designer. Our designer is Wilfred Aaron Holtz, who has a very long history of amazing loudspeakers. But he has a very clear idea of what he wants to achieve with all peak loudspeakers. And that is musical engagement. Not hi-fi, not to sound impressive, to sound real. To sound like you can touch the artist. You can hear the band playing in your living room. So he specifies the parameters of the drive units exactly to what he needs, and then creates the crossover to work together for the end result.
For the near future, can you give a little hints?
Sure. The answer is, of course, we are working on new projects and maybe new technologies, but nothing I can share with you officially. I think the important thing to understand is Peak is a company that is always looking to push better performance. So any future product we have will always be a little bit better and a little bit better. And it will evolve always, because this is the driving force of our design team. Always to make something higher performance. So for example, the El Diablo, this version, the very latest one, this was from feedback from our Korean customers who said, look, we want high performance, but we have small listening rooms. Of course, for us, we said, why not? Of course.
Okay.
So this is the driving force of why we have a new El Diablo today.
So thank you for your time and kind explanation.
My pleasure.
Please say hello to Korean audiophile who loves Peak Console product.
Hi guys, thank you for watching the video, and if you have any questions or would like to see more reviews, you're welcome to come to the Peak website. We are always publishing reviews, product reviews and new models, but enjoy your music. That's the most important thing. Enjoy your hi-fi. Music brings pleasure to life, and it gives us all pleasure when sometimes we live in a crazy world. So enjoy your hi-fi, and hopefully you can all enjoy Peak loudspeakers in the future. Thank you for your time and attention.
my shoulder. I thought that it would be easier than this. I thought my heart had grown colder, but the warmth of your kiss I can't dismiss. Though my past has left me bruised, hiding from the truth. When the truth won't let me lie right next to you. But it's holding on, and it's holding strong. Even though I tried to make it, played the part, but I can't fake it. It keeps holding on, and it's holding strong. Even though I tried to break it, heaven knows that I can't shake it. Holding on, holding on, holding on. I've seen times that were harder. I remember the taste of bitterness. Won't you help me, my Father? Help me fall in the love that I have missed. Though my past has left me bruised, hiding from the truth. When the truth won't let me lie right next to you. But it's holding on, and it's holding strong. Even though I tried to make it, play the part, but I can't fake it. It keeps holding on, and it's holding strong. Even though I tried to break it.
안녕하세요. 리뷰어 JYK입니다. 네, 바로 뒤에 보이는 토렌스 부스에 나와 있습니다. 이번에 토렌스에서 굉장히 다양한 신제품 그리고 아주 어마어마한 플래그십 제품이 출시를 했다고 하더라고요. 관계자분 한번 모셔가지고 자세하게 설명을 한번 들어보도록 하겠습니다.
Hello, my name is Günther Kürten and I'm the owner of Thorens. Welcome at our booth here in Munich at the Highend show 2025. Let me show you the highlights of this show. So we start with a very unique, cute product, and it's called Co-Turn. Co-Turn is a combination of two words, compact turntable. So what you see here is a compact turntable. It has a Bluetooth connection, battery inside, so one charge is for 13 hours playtime. And the cute thing is the tone arm is also the on-off button. So when you push the tone arm here,
와우.
the tone arm comes out and turntable turns on. And yeah, you select the speed and it's playing.
cool.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's super cool.
Yeah.
So the product's connectivity is Bluetooth, of course, but you also have on the back side a headphone jack, and on the rear side we have a line output. So, and this is for charging the product. The cabinet is made of aluminium, and this is a glass plate here on top, so very solid, very elegant, modern design. So here you see the product playing. Co-Turn is a sister company of Thorens, so they belong to us, Co-Turn by Thorens, and the introduction of this product is end of the year. Retail price is around 500 euro. More the traditional Thorens products. Here on the right side we have a new fully balanced phono preamplifier, MC1600. So as you know, Thorens is promoting balanced outputs. When you use an MC cartridge, it makes a lot of sense to use this balanced signal because it's the most sensitive signal in your audio system, and it makes a lot of sense to use a balanced connection. But not so many preamplifiers are balanced or have balanced inputs. And this one has XLR in and outputs, and all the adjustments you can do by dip switch from the bottom side. This will be available in September. Retail price around 2,200 euro. Maybe as you know, Thorens is well known for the TD124. This was built in the early 50s and was a kind of milestone in our assortment. 3 years ago, we already introduced the TD124DD with the direct drive, but the news for this show is the TD124DD exclusive. So this is an extended version of the 124 with a 12-inch tone arm, and inside we have silver wires for the tone arm, 5mm thick copper plate on top of it, and of course this elegant looking with this walnut finish. This product will be available end of the year, retail price 12,000 without cartridge. Okay, now I want to show you the new direct drive TD404DD. As you can see, it's a very modern design, totally different to our current design. A direct drive with the motor from the more expensive TD124. I can show you the platter and the backside and the details of the motor. Give me a second. So we use these as handles because the platter is very heavy. And here you can see the backside of the platter. This is a aluminium drilled platter. Here we have additional damping, and this is the big motor from the TD124. Many customers asking us, okay, do you have or do you support 78 RPM? I thought, why? But it seems to be that many people like it. So we have introduced also 78. Here's the speed control. You only have to push 33 and 45 together, and then it turns to 78 RPM. So it's really easy. You have a strobe window over here, and to control the pitch, you lift up this button here on the right, and then you can adjust the speed.
Wow.
This turntable has an electronic lift, so when I push the lift button, you see the lift goes down, up and down, and this allows us to have a high qualitative auto stop functionality. So at the end of the vinyl, the lift goes up and the motor stops. This product will be available in 3 colors. So high gloss walnut and high gloss black you already know from Thorens, but dark oak finish and matte finish is new in our assortment. This product will be available end of the year. Retail price is 4,500 euro. Okay, and of course the highlight of the show is the new reference turntable. Let's go there. I think you already know that Thorens has built the original reference in the early 80s. And this was the footprint for most of the high-end turntables. At that time, retail price was 30,000 Deutschmark, so around 15,000 euro. And everybody thought, wow, so expensive for a turntable. If you want to buy a used one today, you have to pay at least 50,000 euros. So 2 years ago, we have celebrated our 140th anniversary as a company, and we thought, okay, we have to do something special, something new. Let's make a new reference turntable. And this is what you see here. The new reference is very unique because it has an active substantion. Active substantion means we measure the vibrations which come from outside and we create a counter vibration. So it's a little bit like noise cancelling for your headphones. And as a result, you can see there's an oscilloscope. These are the vibrations coming in. When I touch the product, you see how much this is influence the oscilloscope. So here in these 4 feet are geosensors and measuring the vibrations, and then we create this counter vibration. So the magic is inside that feeds. This product is available actually in 3 colors. If you want to have customer request a special color, of course we can make. Retail price, only 220,000 euro. These are the highlights from the show, from the Thorens booth 2025. Thank you very much. Special greeting to South Korea. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much.